you guys. How y'all doing today? Or night? Just wanted to share some things with y'all before I have to do some things because there's a lot to be done. So, let me get to it. I recontracted COVID-19 a second time. So, there's no herd immunity to it. Found out because I caught it a second time. And it wasn't as bad as the first time I caught it, but it still had its whole fucking dilemma with this thing. So let me get to it. How I contracted it a second time. Went to a funeral to pay my respects to a friend who was gunned down during the midst of the gun violence during the 4th of July. Went to his funeral, and the funeral home was not following none of the guidelines whatsoever. Literally, like, it was packed on the outside. I started to turn away then, but I didn't. We went into the funeral home, and the funeral home was packed. They were not practicing social distancing. Some people had their mask on, others didn't. And here was some that had their mask halfway on. And when I'm waiting in line to pay my respects, the people that's at the front looking at my friend's body was, I guess, so caught up in mourning that they just sat there and they cried, and the line just kept piling up. Knowing it's a pandemic, I was irritated. Thoroughly irritated, because I wanted to just holler to the front and say, hey, could you mourn and move the hell on, because we're in the middle of a goddamn pandemic. Mourn and move. You risking people catching this mess. Okay, but anyway, finally get to his body, speak my last, to him. And prior to the funeral, I tried to be brave. I had people come over. And, they wasn't so on top of, practicing social distancing or the mask. And I was trying to let my guard down. I had friends come over and, trying to let my guard down. Stayed at the funeral, even though I probably should have left. Stammering, you guys. And just so happened, the funeral was Friday last week. So by Saturday, I started having symptoms. Started having a really bad migraine headaches. That lasted for 2 days. And then it switched over to going through some other mess, like the lightheadedness and muscle fatigue, pain, and the fatigue and all that stuff. And it's horrible. Like it's still messing with me now. I'm going through day 11 now, you guys. But it's still wreaking its damage, So just wanted to let y'all know that you can recontract this thing twice. There's no herd immunity. And people ask me, how do you know? Have you been tested? Let me tell y'all what the doctor told me about the test. She said that the COVID tests are not sensitive enough. She said that there is people who are positive with COVID, but they are testing negative. And people who are testing negative are actually positive. So she let me know that the test was not sensitive enough. These were her terms. I translated that to the tests are not accurate. So in my opinion, taking a coronavirus test is practically useless. And it does mess with your mind. I had to be hospitalized this time 3 times, okay, with this thing, y'all. And I got completely turned around when I got on another train that I thought I was getting on, and I didn't, and I wound up north. So it messes with your mind too. But I just wanted to touch down on that yes, you can recontract and get corona a second time. So no one is immune to it. It's not no herd immunity. And just wanted to put that out there. My mother helped me out a lot to catch my mental state. But let me move on to what I'm seeing on these social media sites is that people want to be seen so bad that they don't even care to be exposing themselves to possibly getting infected with this stupid virus. So as a result, looking at the news, seeing all the protests, and going into mainstream, seeing all the protests and stuff, and you see these politicians and all these other so-called leaders that are like leading these protests too. And then you go on social media and everyone is really trying to kick it, go out to eat, be seen, and it's like, okay, why are you putting yourself at a situation where you can possibly catch something that could possibly kill you just to be seen? I don't get it. Like, I literally watch people get served at restaurants, at bars. They go into amusement parks, and they sit into these places and eating and drinking. And, it's just, to me, it's overkill, because not everyone is going to get sick from this thing. Literally. You got people that will catch this virus, and then guess what? They're not sick. They can give it to you, to a person who can get sick from it, and then they fight for their life, or they have to go through hell getting rid of it. So after catching it a second time, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care to be seen by nobody. I really don't. I don't care for no company. I don't care to be going to nobody's house right now. Like, I look forward to when there is a vaccine for this thing, because there's no herd immunity. So at this point, my thing is, stay the hell home. Stay away from me. It's no harm in it. It's just that I am susceptible to these illnesses that come from this damn virus. And I ain't trying to go through it again. Like I said, I had to be hospitalized 3 times so far dealing with this virus, y'all. So I'm on day 11, and it's a steady uphill climb once again. So my thing is, no more company, and I don't even think I'm going to be going to anyone's funerals no time soon, for the simple fact of it would be putting me at risk, period. Like, I'm not even trying to risk it. It's bad enough that I have to ride public trans and do things for myself, but and be exposed like that on the public transportation. So it's bad enough that that's going on, but to be sitting around people and trying to be sitting in people's faces and go out to these large scale events and stuff where people are just congregating like Corona don't exist are crazy as hell to me. Let me tell y'all something. I stay in Bronxville. When you cross over into South Loop, I swear, these Gentiles, you would think that nothing's going on. This is how they carrying on like nothing's going on. You go in South Loop right now, you're going to be like, wow, it's like Corona don't exist. You can even go into Bridgeport, because I stay next to Bridgeport. The same thing with these Gentiles. They're not even taking it seriously. And the part that really is crazy is that people look at them to be led, and as a result, they start doing the same stupid mess that they're doing. Sitting out at these public places, people walking by, talking and jogging. And I found out that when the coronavirus is released into the air, guess what? It can stay there for 3 hours. So who would want to sit out and be exposed to possibly breathing in these microscopic viruses? Like, with Corona anyway. So my thing is, if I can give advice on that, stop feeling like you missing out on something, because you're not. Like, get used to being a hermit until there's a vaccine here that's safe for everyone to take and actually eradicate this thing. Because I'm going to be honest, people say, oh, the vaccine, no. But did you know that polio had a vaccine that had eradicated it? Because most people don't even know polio nowadays. But that was eradicated thanks to a vaccine, you guys. So we can't get so caught up in our minds where we like, nah, they trying to kill us. Listen, okay? That thing is real. I recontracted it. It's nothing nice. So stop feeling like you're missing out on something when you're not. You have one life to live. And matter of fact, you, me, and we can't chance it like that. I'm sorry, I ain't chancing it no more. So, but let me move on to the elections, because I see people talking about the elections and stuff. And Trump and Biden. I'm going to be honest. I'm not voting for neither. Why would I vote for Biden? And he had created the crime bill in the time of like Reagan's presidency. Literally, Biden got on Reagan's nerve so much about that goddamn crime bill that Reagan said, okay, you little bastard, I'm finna give you your little crime bill so you can leave me the hell alone, because he was really annoying. And he got that crime bill, and as a result, it is like you can go into most of the jails in the United States, and guess who make up damn near 90% of the population? You guessed it, black, aka ADOS. So why would I vote for this man? And he could be put back in office, and now we all have to deal with new slavery. Because in so many ways, his crime bill was like a slavery law, so to speak. And it worked. 90% of us are locked up in jail. I mean, not 90% of us. I'm going to say 90% of the jail population consists of ADOS. So whether you are a woman, ADOS, or whether you are a man, ADOS, chances is you go to a prison, we make up 90% of the goddamn population when we only make up 13% of the population here in the United States. So the math is off. Screw Biden. He can suck a penis as far as I'm concerned. And then Trump. Trump failed with this outbreak tremendously. It's as if Trump wants people to die. And so this is one of the reasons why I can't mess with Trump at all. For the simple fact, this is what he did. Like, if I was the president, I'm pretty sure I could have found an easy way to avoid possibly contaminating my whole goddamn population that I'm ruling over. And he did not do that. He didn't even care. He even started making jokes. Well, maybe we should inject the actual disinfectant into us. And there wasn't nothing funny about that when you got loved ones, whether they black or white, where they got loved ones that died from this virus. So what was so funny about that? It wasn't funny at all. It was actually pretty cruel and cold-hearted. So no, I'm not finna vote for no goddamn cartoon President Trump. And no, I'm not finna vote for that slave-driving Biden. I will vote for other things, but I won't be voting for neither one of them. I have no dog in that race. And this is what I'm finna get to now, is that okay, so this is my plan. Since I took the census, I plan on making a lot of noise through the census. I plan on having the census work for me. So yes, I'm not voting for neither one of them. And they're gonna see me on there like, okay, he came, he voted, but he did not vote for them. Why? And that's when I'll let them know. Like, I get sick of hearing black people say, choose the less of two evils. That's stupid. Don't no other race vote like that. If you don't get their agenda, period, neither one of you get the vote. But only ADOS vote like choose the less of two evils. That ain't been helping us out at all. It's actually a waste of time. And if I was them, I would laugh at us every time we do that and treat us like total hog-wash garbage. So this is why I took the census, so that they could come to me and ask me, why haven't you voted for such and such? And I let them know there's no dog in my race. I mean, there is no dog in that race that has my agenda or anything in motion. Well, what's your agenda? ADOS. Give us our goddamn reparations, and we need to enforce some policies to ensure that we get what is rightfully due to us. So I give them a chance to ask me. I believe as ADOS we need to do that and give them a chance to know why we did not vote. But we're not doing that. We're going and voting anyway for people who just do us wrong, and it's proof in the pudding. Everything I'm speaking to y'all is facts. So Whether y'all want to believe me or not, or call me a like a know-it-all, so what? They're facts. It's what it is. Get out your feelings. But anyway, let me move on, because I don't want to be the dead horse. So let me talk about God and how I figured I recontracted this coronavirus, you guys. In my last video, I did put out a prayer / curse on these teenagers that were targeting me, and I knew that I put myself on the chopping block when I did that. So in my opinion, this is why I call corona. It's only because I put that prayer out for them boys, and they most likely met their end. And actually God was like, okay, now you finna feel the sting of that too. You finna catch corona a second time. You fighting for your life, but I'm gonna grant your prayer. This is how the maker worked. Let me tell y'all a story, right? And it's true. Back in the 4th grade, I used to go to Perkins Bass. It's in Inglewood, Chicago. Used to go there. It was bad as hell, y'all. I was in the 4th grade. I had a bully. His name was Maurice. And this guy was intimidating. He was a typical thug, but bully in your neighborhood. And he was bullying me in the 4th grade. He was bullying my friend too. And then it changed to where he started trying to bully me outside, y'all. And then he even tried to bully my brother and sister, which that was the straw that broke the camel's back. So what I did, I went home and I prayed about it. I said, Lord, can this boy get hit by a Mack truck and stay out of school for the whole school year? This was my prayer. The next day, I come to school. It has a lot of kids crying, even the teacher crying for this badass boy. And she tells us to be quiet, and she tells us, she says, Maurice has been hit by a Mack truck, and he's gonna be out of school for the whole school year. And they break down crying and stuff, and it's only 2 people in the classroom happy. Me and my friend who was getting fucking bullied like by this boy. So, my prayer came true. Let's fast forward to when I was grown, every bit of maybe 28 or 29. I am on food stamps, and that's it. I don't have my own place. I stay with my mother. I don't even have a job, so I'm job hunting. Just so happened I'm on 71st and Jeffrey. Goes into the Rainbow, like, woman's store, because I'm looking for work. And I see one of the girls from the 4th grade who was crying for him at the time that he got hit by that Mack truck from my prayer. So, me and her started talking. She recognized me. I recognized her. And then I asked her about Maurice. You know what she told me? She said, don't you know that Mack truck that hit him? He sued them. And now he don't have to work a day in his life. I was so mad. By hearing that just puts in fact, I'm out here struggling. I barely got anything. I'm staying with my mother. Matter of fact, I don't have nothing. And this dude who was bullying me wound up suing the truck company and got a lot of money to the point where he don't have to work at all. And that was when it hit me. God has a sense of irony. And God is also fair to heathens too. This is a fair maker that all of us serve. So, like, even people in their sin, this maker will shine some type of grace and fairness on you. So, going back to that prayer 2020, pray for them boys to meet their end, fall on a sword. Most likely came true, but it came at a cost. You was going to catch corona again, and you're going to fight for your life yet again. And this is how fair this maker is, even to those pack of heathens. But I wanted to put that out there, that honestly, this maker is the fairest of them all. So, I'm going to start learning ways on how to pray and not put so much vengeance on it, but more so say, it's in your will and let it be done. And leave it be, because I ain't got time for no more like ricochet effects coming back on me just because, I was so caught up in my feelings and I caused, some rapture or whatever, because everything I told y'all was true. So, hope y'all get that in blessed spirit, and I hope y'all being safe, and I hope I drop something on y'all that y'all can take and apply to your everyday life from this video. So until then, look forward to seeing y'all another time once I get done healing from this stupid virus. So love you guys, and over and out.